And a big thing is I won't just draw a character because they're in right now. That's not happening unless I feel it. But if I'm not feeling it, it's not happening. Andre asks, what do I use to study anatomy? Um, well, I have. Usually I look up references online. Like I look at art from my friends, and I look at Pinterest and Google Images. Might not the best idea. And I also have a posing figure. It's a small one that a friend of mine gave me for my birthday a couple years ago. It's a gray one that's how tall is this? Like 6 inches tall. Um, yeah. Need to look at. I mean, I'm always happy to learn more things about anatomy, and I get off sometimes. Still, I have to correct it as I go. But yeah, always trying to learn new techniques and ways to kind of streamline the process. Shelby says that sounds like a pain. Hopefully, you'll achieve finishing the list. Oh, that's sweet of you. Like it's also a list that even as I take items off, I then add items to it because I I really like drawing art for others. And if I have an idea, I'll run it by them. I'll be like, "What do you think about this? What do you think if I draw this for you?" And then they like it. I'm like, "Okay, I'll add it to my list." And then that's how that happens. Um, but yeah, I really like making stuff for friends. It's just hard to find time for myself. Like my friend Syndrome always asks me, "Okay, but he always asks me, okay, but what are you drawing for you?" And my answer is, I don't really have an answer when he asks me that. Um, so that's another thing to deal with, personal thing. Uh, Oddly enough, I'll make a lot of fan for friends, much less so for other intellectual properties. Uh, uh, I mean, it's really hard for me to want to draw some character. I won't draw a character just because they're popular. I won't do that. Or I won't draw just to follow a meme unless I'm into it. Um, so that's a restriction for myself. I when he asked me, draw for you, I can tell I can at least say I won't draw this for this reason. And a big thing is I won't just draw a character because they're in right now. That's not happening unless I feel it. But if I'm not feeling it, it's not happening. So I make that real clear. What I would like to do is draw something for a friend of mine or draw something for, an artist I admire and say like, okay, I have this idea. What do you think about it? And then we kind of go from there. Pretty much most of the kimono drawings in my art gallery are that. Because I wanted to make them. I just felt inspired to do something. And yeah. I'm often non-inspired to make fan art for whoever. It's awkward if someone asks me to draw a character I don't want to draw. That could happen someday. I mean, I haven't had that happen yet where someone asked me for a trade or a commission. They're like, could you draw this character from this for me? And I'm like, oh, no. Knock on wood, because, oh, golly. That's going to be a rough conversation where it's like, oh, why can't you draw this character? Well. Shelby says, that's incredibly nice of you making drawings for your friends. Oh, thank you. Yeah,